Morning, Leslie.
How are you this morning?
Yeah, I'm all right. The weather's bit better now. It's been a funny old week, isn't it?
What was Malcolm's palm tree like yesterday? But that was horizontal, wasn't it?
Well, you look out there yesterday, and 1 minute the sun was shining, then it was lashing down, and the wind that gust through here the night before last and a bit of yesterday, and you're right. Malcolm's palm tree was flapping about there. So was the old flag that someone's got in the garden the other way. I thought that was coming down, but I look out there now, Leslie, and that looked like a nice morning, and there's a little bit of breeze, but I suppose I don't know what the forecast is. Do you?
Oh, it's warming up next week. I think early part of next week. And don't shout it loud. But Sarah, who's doing the weather today, said that the Easter weekend is looking as if it might be okay.
Well, that's good because I know a lot of people are getting together over Easter, so you know the more time they can spend outside at the minute, the better still, isn't it? Because of this whole bug and all that.
Yeah, but, I've had a message through for you this morning from Swampy.
Huh?
I've had a message for you from Swampy,
right.
Because Easter's coming up, and he just wants, in case you've forgotten, can you please remind Brian that Rosie doesn't like dark chocolate?
No, well, I don't want to start on a lot about that because Neil on the corner's been ribbing me because she's been having trouble with her water.
Has she?
And yeah, no, she have, and so she can't get a plug because everyone's busy, aren't they, Leslie?
Yes.
If you want an electrician there at the minute, you can't get one. If you want a painter and decorator, they're like gold dust, Leslie. You can't get them. So she's been wanting someone to look at her water because she had a couple of baths here this week.
Yes.
Because she have got water. But the flow ain't very good. That sort of drip,
Oh, right, okay.
She ain't got a very good flow. So she said to me, "Would you mind? Would you mind if I come round and have a bath?" And I said, "No, of course I don't, my darling."
I bet you don't.
Because you see, she's thinking she want to get her old garden bath ready.
Her gazebo, her jacuzzi, you mean?
Her
hot tub.
That's right. That'll take her a day to fill that. You see, at this rate.
Yes.
So I said, "Well, you're quite welcome to come round and have a dip in the tub if you want." She come round. Of course, Neil on the corner got a foul of this, and he's been sort of pulling my leg, saying, "Are you in there with her?" Because I ain't in there with you, silly ass. I said, "Why would I get in the bath with her?" But so. If you know anyone who's good with a bit of water,
yes,
she what I don't know what she's going to do really because she'd been on that tool who she had there ages ago when she had her stuff done. He was sitting there then, but he can't be bothered to sort of look after her at the minute. I don't know.
All right.
You just can't get no one, Leslie.
No, you can't. But was it nice having her around sharing your bath?
She made me nice rice pudding the other night. That was quite nice.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
Oh, that round, a little bit of skin on the top. Lovely.
So you've been staying in? You've been watching much telly?
Well, not, nothing out of the ordinary. A lot on there. But the other night, I was flicking through. In fact, I was thinking about going to bed early, but I ended up watching, that was a film about Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, Stan and Ollie.
Huh?
Stan and Ollie.
That's right, yeah. And I don't know who the blokes were, but blast, they didn't half look like them. And that was all about when they were performing in this country. I don't know whether that would have been the 50s, would it, Leslie? That would have been sort of the 50s, wouldn't it?
I guess 50s, yeah, maybe early 60s.
Yeah, and because you have to take these things with a pinch of salt because you don't know how right they are. But I felt quite sorry. I didn't realise that they had a falling out, but they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that's right. But not at the end. That was sort of they made up, as they say.
Yeah. Did you have a little tear in your eye?
Well, I always remember my father Herbert. Right, I used to sit with him, and I used to watch Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
When that was on the telly. And, Harold Lloyd, we used to watch Harold Lloyd. And, I used to sort of remind me of things like that. But I found a film that weren't that weren't a funny film. It was one of them films where you sit and remember, you know.
Yes, yeah, it's a nice film. I've seen it. It's a good film. It's a good
One
film.
of the, have you seen it? Have you, Leslie?
I have seen it. Yeah, I saw it at the cinema a few years ago.
You
Yeah,
know,
very
lads,
nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
I tell you what I was doing when I was watching that. I had a cuppa. And do you think biscuits are getting smaller?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
I'm only now saying this because the digestives seem to be getting thinner and smaller.
Ah, okay. They call that. They call that. There's a word for that. It's called shrinkflation.
Huh?
Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation, is that a word then?
That is, yeah, shrinkflation, yeah.
What, because everything's getting smaller?
Yes. Shrinkflation. So rather
than... the price ain't going smaller, is it?
No, it's not. That's the thing. That's why it's called shrinkflation.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
with. All right now. I tell you what, ain't getting smaller though. The bit of card from the Melton fish bar, they're still the same size. That still sit across the plate nicely.
Anyway, I thought of you the other night because what's the film that those ITV channels always seem to show of an evening that you've mentioned before that involves a big shark?
Jaws.
Yes.
That's on again?
Yeah, they're starting running that again. It's always on, isn't it?
No.
It's on. It is. Yeah, I sat there and I thought, I wonder if O'Brien's watching this.
Plus,
It's back
there
on
was
again.
a time they're going back again. That weren't that long ago. You'd flick through it at night and you think, blast, that ruddy thing is on here again. And so they now started showing it. Mind you, Leslie, I'd sit and watch it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a good film. Yeah, it's a good film.
Yeah,
I sat and watched it,
bit
yeah.
Where he back in, he say, we're going to need a bigger boat.
A bigger what?
We're going to need a bigger boat. That make me laugh.
Can you do some shout-outs before you say cheerio today? Is it possible for Brian to wish Thelma from Brantham a happy birthday for next Thursday? She's a big fan of the programme and loves especially Fridays with Brian. She's recovering from COVID and it would make her day, says Mick. So Thelma's birthday next week.
She's had the old bug.
She has, yeah, got the bug.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to you, Thelma, for next week, you say?
Yep. And tomorrow... Dot will be celebrating her 100th birthday.
No.
Yep, and she's at the Mill Lane Nursing Home in Felixstowe. They told me that we have some singing surprises planned for Dot, and her family and friends are also coming along to wish her a happy birthday with much love from Debbie and the whole team at Mill Lane Nursing Home in Felixstowe. So if you could wish Dot a happy 100th birthday, that would be amazing.
Of course I can. Dot, my darling, you have a lovely day, and that sounds like you're going to have a right old knees up.
It does indeed. And Canary Ted's been in touch. Could you please wish Sam happy birthday this week? They've had the macaroni harvest in New Zealand, and she's brought some over, apparently, says Canary Ted. So happy birthday to Sam.
Happy birthday to Sam, and that's a day, you say? No.
This week, I think, yeah,
this
sometime
week,
this week.
I hope you have a nice day.
Yeah, apparently they've got the macaroni harvesting in New Zealand.
That's right.
Yes. Brian, have a nice day, won't you? And a good weekend.
Right on, Leslie. Cheerio together.
Take care. Bye-bye now.